Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We are at the home stretch of the Steam Winter Sale 2023-2024, I guess you could call it as well. Want to highlight some more games under the price of $20. A lot of great stuff is heavily discounted, so want to go over all of that, so let's get right into it. A lot of good stuff discounted. We already did a video under $20. You could go look that up, but obviously there's a ton of stuff, so worthwhile to do another one. First of all, let's start off with an RGG title. Been recommending a lot of RGG recently, and right here we have Judgment. Judgment finally made its way over to PC back in September of 2022 after being out on PS4 for like 3.5 years until we got this version. Judgment is an awesome game, and it's down to $19.99, and this is the game that I feel like is the most accessible RGG title. If you want to get into the RGG games, I think Judgment is the best one. I know a lot of people say Yakuza 0, and I can understand that, but Yakuza 0 was a game created for the PlayStation 3. Judgment was a game built for the PS4 ground up, so technically it looks better, and it has English voice acting, which I've said in the past. I know for some of you that are super into the RGG games, you're gonna think it's blasphemy to play with the English voice acting, but some people need that to get into these games, and the English voice acting in Judgment, I think, is pretty damn great. So, $20 for this is fantastic. Awesome story to the game, awesome theme song, awesome beat-em-up combat. It is just a great, great game, and after you play this, you'll probably like it so much where you'll want to check out Lost Judgment, you're probably gonna want to check out all the Yakuza games, etc., etc. But yeah, $19.99 for that is great. Next up, we got Grand Theft Auto 5. It is 63% off for $14.98. They do a good job of including the GTA 5 Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, and I think I think you guys know why they do that, but nonetheless, I'm here to recommend the base game and the campaign. GTA 5 from a campaign standpoint is awesome. Obviously, when it comes to Rockstar, I've been pretty vocal that I am more of a Red Dead guy than a GTA guy. Like, Red Dead is my cup of tea. Wild West, more of a mature story, but GTA is still a lot of fun, and GTA 5 offers that open world, over-the-top fun that a lot of people can get into. Even if it's just messing around in the open world for a lengthy period of time, like, GTA 5 is going to offer you a lot of fun. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the few games that I've seen with over 1 million Steam user reviews. It's got 1.5 million reviews. I'm sure there's other games out there with that many reviews, but man, it's got to be few and far between as far as games with over 1 million reviews. But yeah, GTA 5 is a good time. I definitely would recommend it. Next up, Ruined King, a League of Legends story. 40% off for $17.99. This is a game that I constantly recommend, and you don't have to be a League of Legends fan to enjoy this game. If you were a League player, let's not say fan, because a lot of you guys played League, and it probably brought with it a lot of mental health issues for you after playing that game for an extended period of time, and you don't like to think about your experiences with the MOBA. I really like what Riot is doing with these spin-off League titles that is doing more to develop the world, and I thought Ruined King was awesome. You've got a lot of the iconic champions featured in here. MF is really the main character, and then you've got Alawi in there, Yasuo is in there, so obviously people are going to be into that. Ari is in there, and they've got Pyke in there as well, and Braum. That is your 6 that's featured in here as the playable characters. You obviously have other characters that are in the story as well. I hope they do like another title that's like this as an RPG. I love the game featuring Echo as well. That one was awesome, just a little bit on the shorter side, but Ruined King I thought was a really well done RPG. This game's got a great theme song as well, and a very well done turn-based RPG. Would definitely recommend it. And again, even if you're not a League fan, I think you'll end up having a good time with it. Next up, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It is 40% off for $17.99. Now, this game has seemingly had its price appreciated from its sale price, but I have some speculation on why that is. Probably because Konami knows people want this game, and yeah, that is true. It is a fantastic action game done by Platinum, but also, I imagine they're eventually going to bundle this in on consoles with the Metal Gear, like Metal Gear Collection Volume 3, Legacy Collection Volume 3, if they do one. They're eventually going to bring Rising to modern platforms, and I imagine they wanted to keep like a price parity. That's my speculation on why the price is up. But $17.99, I still think it's worth for this game because Rising Revengeance is awesome. Fantastic soundtrack. Like, bro, you pop this game open, you start it, you listen to the Rules of Nature, and it's over for you. It's going to be one of the best action gaming experiences you're going to have. Over-the-top gameplay. Yeah, the story isn't your typical, amazing Metal Gear narrative, but man, from a gameplay standpoint, it is so good. And seeing Raiden in his own game, yeah, that's pretty great. As far as, you know, a game built totally around him, that was pretty cool in Metal Gear Rising. And, yeah, awesome soundtrack. Yeah, and outside of Rules of Nature, there's a lot of other good songs here as well. But $17.99 for Metal Gear Rising, great deal there. Next up, we have Resident Evil Village Gold Edition, 60% off for $19.99. This includes Resident Evil Village, which is a great game. It also includes the Winter's Expansion, which you're getting all the content for Resident Evil Village. It's a great survival horror game. Obviously, play Biohazard Resident Evil 7 first, but RE Village is a great time, an immersive survival horror game. Obviously, a decent story there as well. Great visuals. And yeah, for $19.99, I think this is a pretty good pickup given that you get the expansion as well. Next up, one of my favorite RPG franchise, JRPG franchise, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1 is 50% off for $19.99. Now, there's a lot of debate on how you should play the Legend of Heroes games. Truthfully, there isn't a lot of debate. Most people recommend you play the Sky Trilogy first, then you play the Crossbell arc, and then you jump into Cold Steel. I think it's fine to start with Cold Steel because it is a visual uplift from the other titles. Go ahead and look at Trails from the Sky. That game absolutely shows its age, being that it was originally designed for the PSP. Now, not to say Trails of Cold Steel is a technical juggernaut. This game was on the PlayStation Vita, so, like, it's not, you know, like, a technical masterclass, but it is quite a bit better than, you know, the Sky games and the Crossbell arc. The game itself is fantastic. Legend of Heroes as a whole has some of the best world building that you're gonna see in a JRPG, and you know, it kind of has to, given the fact you've got like 10 games out right now, and they're each like 70 hours long, even longer than that if you're doing everything. These games are sizable undertakings, and it's daunting. It's kind of like the RPG games, where if you want to play all of them, it's a very daunting task to do. But yeah, play them one at a time, and I think you'll end up having a great time. Trails of Cold Steel is a lot of setup for the entirety of the Cold Steel like arc. So the first half is a lot of character development, but the second half is great, and then the ending is just chef's kiss. But $19.99, great deal there. Definitely recommend that. Next up, we got Digimon Survive, 67% off for $19.79. A Digimon visual novel title. Now, this does have a darker tone for a Digimon game, and it does have some tactical RPG elements in it as well. That is a small portion of the game. We're talking 25 to 35% of the game is the tactical RPG portion. For the most part, it is a story-driven visual novel in a lot of regards. It's a good story. It's a little bit darker in tone for a Digimon story, although Digimon has told stories with a darker tone. I thought the game was great, had a good cast of characters, and, you know, I am a big Digimon fan. Obviously, if you want the turn-based RPG experience, go play Cyber Sleuth. That is the one you want to check out, and that's on sale for like $10, which is great. But, yeah, Digimon Survive is a worthwhile game to play through as well. Next up, for you platformer fans, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, 50% off for $19.99. Great platformer. Wish Activision would do more with Crash as an IP. I get it, they just put out Crash Rumble or whatever, but that's not my cup of tea. If you want a classic platformer in the vein of Crash, Bandicoot 4 is the one you want to go, and It's About Time was right. It was about time that we got this game on, you know, we got it in general, but then also on Steam, because it was relegated to Battle.net for a while, and that certainly didn't help. Like, who that's interested in this game is gonna be like, yeah, let me go install Battle.net to play it. Like, it's a game that needed to be on Steam from the get-go, and it was unfortunate that it wasn't available right out the gate. Next up, we got Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, 60% off for $19.99. I loved Final Fantasy XII. I remember going back to 2006, and yes, the critic reviews for FF12 were all super positive. However, from a fan standpoint, a lot of people were down on Final Fantasy XII, and there's legitimate reasons to be down on it. It's got one of the weaker Final Fantasy main characters in Vaughn. Like, Vaughn ain't no Clive, Vaughn ain't no Cloud, but the cast is actually fairly good, where you have characters like Ash, who I thought was a really well-developed character. Balthier is a pretty cool character as well, and, you know, the entire cast outside of, like, Vaughn and Penelope is, like, really strong. The combat system plays more like an MMO, which was a little bit jarring for that audience, but these days, it's something that I feel like a lot of people can get into. A lot of content, the overall story is pretty good, soundtrack is really good, and a lot of cool elements to the game as well. Zodiac Age obviously upgrades it as well, so $20 for that, not bad. And lastly, challenging action combat title, Sifu, a beat-em-up martial arts driven game done by Slow Clap, the same developers of Absolver, which was a game that was kind of mediocre, but really set the foundation for a lot of what Slow Clap would do. Game is incredibly challenging. It will make you damn near break a controller if you are not patient and, you know, figure out the kind of method in how you should play the game. Art style, I think, is really unique and a very, very pleasant game to look at. They've also updated the game regularly. They just dropped the final update, but yeah, this was an EGS exclusive for a while, but thankfully now available on Steam. 50% off for $19.99 on that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, the winter sale is wrapping up, so if you're looking to pick anything up, you know, jump on that stuff ASAP, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.